Hey everyone, and welcome to Dreamscaper. Today we are going to be taking a look at this roguelite action game from 2021. In Dreamscaper we control Cassidy, who is moved from the kind of town where everybody knows everybody to a much bigger city. I believe the reason is tied to her family somehow. In the game we have two different cycles that we play. We have the night cycle where we delve dungeon crawler style into our dreams. Think The Binding of Isaac. We start on the top floor battling monsters, finding weapons, items, various currency and fighting a boss on each floor to allow us to progress to the next floor to repeat the process. When a run ends, either through death or a victory, we wake up starting the day cycle. In the day cycle we can spend currency earned during our runs and talk to people to unlock various buffs and new items in any future run. The story is represented to us in bits and pieces, either through interactions with various people in town or by finding and revisiting memories while we dream. There are quite a few things to address in this game, and I hope I'll remember to cover, if not all, then at least most of them. So without any further ado, let's try Dreamscaper. Let's see. Oh, I think I'm actually in a run here. I think we're gonna go ahead and... I think we can just end the run, I believe. Bit of an awkward start, but let's just... yeah, let's just abandon the run. Let's do a do-over here. So this is the day cycle, but we are actually going to go ahead and start by showing off the night cycle. So let's sleep and let's do a run. This is a screen where you can make it harder for yourself if you want. You can influence enemies, the damage you receive. I believe this increases the damages for the enemies. No, apparently just the number and configuration of enemies, thus making it harder. The damage received, floor size, which I thought is always it's a nice thing, you know, more enemies, more currency, more loots, and the bosses. This influences how fast they are, health and damage. I'm not an expert at this at all. Roguelikes is a bit of a love-hate thing for me. I really love them, but they just never hold my interest for very long, so it's very difficult for me to actually get any good at them. I increased the floor size just for yeah, I like it, so that's what we're gonna do today. It's not a screen that'll be immediately unlocked to you, but you do unlock it pretty early on here. Okay, well, welcome to floor 1. We have a map. We can teleport freely around for the to the rooms that we have already visited, so you don't have to run too much around. We have two kinds of weapons. We have a melee weapon, or at least we have our main weapon that has a standard attack and an alternative attack for those pesky enemies that likes to block. Every time I hit, same with my ranged weapon. You can see there's this little white flash. If I manage to hit the next attack while it's flashing, you do a perfect attack. You do a little bit of extra damage, which is, if you can time it, that's definitely something you want to go for. Melee attacks consume nothing, but range attacks, if you look up in the upper left corner, you can see I have this not the health bar, but the one right below. It's the lucid bar, I think it is. It right now, because we're in a room that doesn't have any enemies, it regenerates extremely quickly. In a room with enemies, it will not. It will regenerate, but slower. What else? We have some special abilities up there as well. We have we can hold 2. Right now we have 1. It's a tornado-like looking thing. We can actually check it right here in our menu. It is a cyclone. These are lucid attacks, and they are free to use, but they are always on a cooldown. And it can vary depending on the lucid attack you get. It can vary from a few seconds up to, I think I've seen to a minute maybe, I'm not sure, but most are either 20 seconds or below. So you can pretty much use them in every room, unless you're super fast. I think that covers it. There is a number 3 up there as well. For every 3 combat rooms we get our oh, I don't even remember what it's called, like dream state something something. We can use it if we're in a particularly difficult room, and it'll slow time down around us. We also have in the lower right corner, we have the hourglass thing that is sand. That is basically the currency we use to buy stuff during our run in stores. And then we have bombs and we have keys that are used for various different things, as we'll come across. Up here we have a question mark in this room. That means there is something here that is not just a standard combat room. Here we got 2 keys, which is very nice. If we are wanting to look for memories, these are the rooms that they will be in, I believe. There'll be some little shiny thing, and you click it, you get some resource to upgrade for future runs, and you get a little bit of story. We are gonna go in there and do that. Go, get some sand. These are things you can destroy. These, however, are locked, or not locked. They are difficult to, you can't destroy them with your melee weapon. You actually have to bomb them. You can also see at the map there is now an icon up there that tells you, hey, there's something here you can oh no, let's not do the boss quite yet. Luckily we don't activate it straight away, so let's continue exploring here. Oh right, we have a dodge as well. Okay, we got an idea. That is something that we can use. That is something we can unlock later for channeling your inner Donatello. There's nothing better than a spinning flurry of blocks with a stick. That's something I will get to show you in the day cycle. One thing I forgot to mention at least is that our setup here, we will always start with a melee weapon, a ranged weapon, a defensive item, what should I call it? Yes, let's just call it a defensive item, and a dodge skill, as well as a lucid attack. No, that's not the thing. Yes, the lucid attack, and then lucid awakening is what it's called. If we when the one up there gets down to 0. This is, maybe you start with, no, the keepsake. It's something I've unlocked. These are always random. You get random items, but it is something that you can lock in when you're in the dream state. It doesn't have to be random. That's just what I chose at the moment, and you don't have to. You can play random. You can find your preferred items, and you can just play with that every time. It is completely up to you. Bomb, that's very nice. Since we have some extra, let's bomb this one. We don't take damage from our own bombs, and the bombs does damage enemies, so it can be beneficial to, if you know already that you see something like this, I'm gonna bomb it after the combat is over. Anyway, you might as well drop the bomb and damage some enemies as well. And we actually have a shop down here. We can see how that looks. Shop will offer a variety of different items. One of them is locked here. We can see that is unlocked by Daydream. So that's something we can unlock by spending. Ooh, what are they called? Can we actually see that here? We cannot. But there are like 4 different. Besides sand, there are 4 different currencies that you use in the in the dreaming world, or the waking world, I should say. Not when you daydream. Why is there 4? I have no idea. So let's see what we can. Ooh, we can buy a breaker sword 3 for 682 sand. Obviously, we can't afford any of this right now, but it is completely random, and it might not always be the same. Like right now, for instance, we are offered a health potion and a key down here. This could be. It could be a bomb. It could be items. There might not be any health at all. But yeah, it is completely random. The wind chime here is a keepsake, as you can see, and they are basically passives. Adds off balance to all of your attacks. Critical attacks are twice as likely for 4 seconds. Okay, well that's, I guess, something. I haven't really played it enough to put together all sorts of amazing builds or anything, but I'm sure they exist. Okay, we got an Uptick Seer. It's a ranged weapon. It's quite a bit better than what I have, so we're gonna go ahead and use that. We can sell this for some sand. Oh, it's one of these. Okay, something that you hold down. Okay, we actually see there's actually a what's it called, a memory right here. So we get one of those. We discovered the burger hangout. This far out, there really weren't a lot of options to do things, which is how the burger house became the de facto hangout spot. Many late nights laughing while enjoying a plate of lukewarm chili cheese fries. I think the first world here is probably the small little local place that she left. Melee weapon, okay. Megaton Slingers, what is that? Okay, yo-yo or something like that, that's okay. I have a little sleigh thing, very nice. I think they're called sleighs, right? That one is, at least I don't know the English word for that thing. Okay, yeah, kind of good to go there. There are secret rooms as well in this game, and there's a couple of ways to discover them. The rules of the secret room, and if you don't want to know this, then skip ahead a minute or two, is that they are, if it's possible, they are always surrounded by 3 or 4 rooms and never by any special rooms, meaning that it can't be left to the shop because the shop is a special room. So one way to discover them is to bomb right here if you think it's here. If you drop a bomb in a room anywhere that is not near the door, then it'll light up telling you it's actually over here, and then you can bomb. So if I thought it could be south and north from this room, for instance, I wouldn't bomb in the room up here. I'll bomb here, because if I guess wrong and then it is in the other direction, the game will actually tell me. I do believe it's up here, so let's take a guess and say that it's here. Yep, very nice, very nice. These can be random rooms as well. We happen to get an item. We got a shield. Right now we have what is a crystal barrier. It absorbs 1 attack and it regenerates every 20 seconds, and it gives us 11 armor. That means we can't actively block or parry anymore. With the shield, we would be able to. We are actually quite close to mastering the crystal barrier. I don't know what mastering anything does. I actually haven't looked it up. Maybe we can find out. I have mastered 1 or 2 items, but I don't know what it does actually. So let's go ahead and sell this thing. Maybe we can master the crystal barrier here. Very nice. That was a lot of things. Yeah, I don't know if you saw right there in the lower right corner, all sorts of resources popped up, and those are basically the ones that you use in the waking world. And the same with the dodge ability, by the way. I don't know if I explained that, but with both the dodge, the defensive, the ranged, the melee, and the lucids, there's all sorts of different kinds of weapons. So with the dodge, can be all sorts of different things as well. There's like a flame walk, there's like this little mini attack thing where you stun enemies near you. This is shadow step, so it's like a blink kind of thing, as you can see. Some of them are better than others, for sure. Depending on your playstyle, maybe depending on your build as well. Okay, finally get another lucid attack. That's very nice. How does that look? Okay. Not sure how to feel about that one. Any memories? It doesn't look like it. Nope. I find the game incredibly beautiful. I really enjoy it. I have no doubt that... Ooh, speaking of, we have a puzzle room. This is something you can actually unlock in the Waking World. This is Minesweeper, pretty much. So we have to click on all the ones that we believe that doesn't hold a mine. So if you've played Minesweeper, you pretty much know what this is. There's nothing there. I don't think there's any in either of these. And then you get rewarded with an item. We get another dodge that we have actually mastered. We can just show it. I would like to... A very short cooldown thing, but a very short dash. I'd like to continue to use unmastered stuff. I don't know why. It's just how I am. So you can't... At least I haven't found a way to fail these yet. If you manage to F it up, it just rolls something new and you can try again. There are two different kinds of puzzle rooms. I hope we'll be able to see both of them. This is also a room that is unlocked. We can reforge modifiers on an item. We can destroy a keepsake. Or we can upgrade our equipment. Do we have anything that we would like to upgrade? I think the Uptick Seer is an exceedingly very powerful item. So I think we're going to go ahead and upgrade that. It costs sand, so does the reforge modifiers, but to destroy keepsakes we get a bit of sand, but not that much. Right there at least. Let's go up here. We still have a bomb. Do we want to use the last bomb on this thing? Sure, why not? I'm sure we'll be able to find a bomb on the next floor in any case. Get some extra sand. We could have been lucky to get a bomb as well, but we did not. Let's go do the boss. If you defeat the boss before, you can actually skip it. It says something that the remainder of your run will also no longer be eligible for difficulty score milestones. I have no idea what that does, but since we are showcasing, and I also fight it anyway, we get loot and stuff, so let's just fight it. Do another one, that's okay. I think you can just, yeah, you don't actually have to use the mines, but you can. should actually do it. Yeah. So obviously the first boss is the first boss. You know, they're not... The bosses I find is not particularly difficult, to be honest. I struggled with the one... I've only made it to floor 3, so take it as you will. See, we do get a keepsake here. +1 level on 3 equipped items. Wow. And 30% maxed health. Cyclone level +1. Megaton stingers. Ooh, nice uptick seer. That was whatever it's called. Uptick seer. Wow, that is level 4 now. That was that's a nice thing that we upgraded that one. Okay, down we go. The departure has been cleared 100%. Yeah, don't think you get any bonuses for actually clearing it 100%. Just shows you how much of the floor you did. Real quick before we continue, down here we have something called influence. These are the different kind of people that you can meet in town, and as you can see, they can do all sorts of different things with your run. Run speed, lightning damage, armor, something we don't know, fire damage, all sorts of different things. These are something... You can only equip one, but you can change them every floor. So if I, for instance, I use the ability damage because I like the lucid attacks. But for this one, for instance, we don't really use the lucid attacks yet. So for now, maybe we'll switch to the range attacks, and that's completely fine. You can switch it from floor to floor, and you know, update it as you go along. And now we are in Red Haven. That's I believe the town Cassidy actually moved to. Start down here. This could be an item, and it is. Excellent. That is a melee weapon. Sure, why not? I don't think I know this one, actually. Do I? No, this is the first time I use this. Or I find it even. Ooh, there's yeah, okay. This is a 4 attack combo actually with this one. It varies. Some has 3. Most weapons have 3. Some have 4, like this one. Some have 5. That was a lot of health lost. And just a single attack there. Let's see if we can't heal that up. It is very... You really get punched in this game. You want to avoid taking damage as much as possible. I know that makes sense, right? Is it? No, it's this one that gives. Okay. This is the other kind of puzzle, as you may have guessed. You need to be like that because the flow can't actually exit randomly. Nice. Easy peasy. Ooh, another lucid attack. Aqua harpoon. Okay. Well, you know what? That actually does less damage than any I have. And right now I have both my attacks, right? Are they with wind? No. They're just off balance, but that's because of... We didn't pick that up actually. They just happen to randomly be off balance, and so does that. Okay. Well, it's low damage anyway, so I think we're gonna stick with what we have. We should definitely remember to use those much more. Requires a bomb and a key to get in there, okay. We have no bombs. That's a bit of a problem. See what we get here. We get another dodge. That's another weave. Okay, taking damage across 2% health over 5 seconds. Critical hit chance. You know what? Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. Let's continue here. I usually make it to level 3. That's the wrong way. That's as far as I've made it. I have seen the boss on level 3. I don't remember it, but nice. That is our bomb. Hopefully we'll be able to find the secret room. Nice. Second bomb, that's really good. We do have keys, so we can go in here. Usually if you unlock a room like this, it's very usually that it's a chest. I actually don't remember that I've seen anything else, so it's usually an item. That's a ranged weapon. I think I do believe I actually like the finger gun. But I like this one a lot more. It's a lot more DPS, so let's keep that. For now at least. I would think that the secret room is either north or south of the room that we enter. Yeah, as I was saying, like melee is really like what you want to use lastly. You want to use all your tools that you have at your disposal before anything else. Just because it's safer. Another thing to bomb here. So is this... Oh, sorry. Is this a shop, maybe? No. Okay. 3 bombs. Very nice. Okay, let's see if we find the secret room here. Nice. Okay, this actually heals us to full, so let's save that for just before the boss. Also a room that you can that you unlock. In the waking world, there is a shop. Let's see if there's something that we want. I think we have a pretty decent build at the moment, to be honest. That's a lot of water damage there. Geyser. How is our... Actually, we can click here, and if we click buy, we will be able to see it first. Johan's Blade. 85 oil DPS. Okay, let's that might be something we can use. That might be something. Let's keep it in mind. See if we find something else to use our sand on. Okay. Oh, we forgot something down here. We have a room down here as well. Expensive room to get into. Oh. Both a bomb and a key. Keepsake, lightning damage plus 20%. Don't think we're doing any lightning damage at the moment. Even though our weapon looks very lightning-y. It isn't actually, it's wind. Okay, we are full, so let's just go ahead and fight the boss. Okay, I definitely clicked on the wrong room. Ooh, nice. Very nice, okay. Turtle shell. Temps at armor and max health. Why not? Can always use max health. Yeah, let's keep what we have and then just descend, going down to the next one, which is called the Remembrance. I think it's gonna be a slightly longer video than usual here. That's okay. Still have the day, the it's called the Waking World to go through here. Interesting, I actually didn't know that. The keepsakes, they scale with the floor that we are on. It doesn't say so here, but maybe it's like a hidden modifier in the background. I was about to say, oh wow, what the... That is a lot. Let's grab that instead of the cyclone. Okay, 24-second cooldown though, so it's not necessarily something we'll be using every room. Okay, level 3 here starts to introduce some much bigger enemies and some much more interesting enemies. Ow. Well, there we go. Well, I guess you got to see level 3. That was my hope for the run at least. Although it wasn't an impressive much you saw of level 3. You got to see less than a minute, 59 seconds, 59.12 seconds to be exact. That's okay. Then we can showcase the dreaming world or the waking world here before we end the episode. You have quite a few options here. So You have the Dream Journal, and I think that's just something, yeah, you can just press a button on your controller, which is recommended. And this is where you can see all sorts of different things here. First off, your loadout. You can see here how many items you've unlocked. These are just melee weapons. You can see which ones you have mastered as well. And let's see. Right, the master. We can see here for the Masher, for instance. If we master it, we get +5 melee damage, and that is different for everything. Unarmed gives +5 critical damage, for instance. With the twin wolf heads, we get 5 critical chance as well. The Terror Surge gives +5 alternative attack damage, which I really never use. So all this very, very specific modifiers and very, very dependent on or can influence your build. Same with with anything really. You can completely customize however you want to play the game. Then we have a to-do list. These are basically missions where you get rewards for completing them. You get one of the 4 different currencies that we need to use here in the waking world to upgrade our stuff. We have notes. These are different information. These are information about the different people here. These are very nice to know because that maybe you can learn here what kind of gifts they would like. And gift is a good way to boost your what's it called? Your level of familiarity. Let's call it familiarity levels. And then we have the memories. You can basically you can have there's a list of all the different memories that exist in the game. They don't do anything here, but every time you find one, you get 25. That's been the pattern so far. 25 of one of the 4 the 4 resources used here in the waking world. Here we can craft. That's what you use one of the resources for. You craft all sorts of items. These items are used to gift to people here in the waking world. Let's just take it one by one. We can see this is the map for the waking world. Everything that has an exclamation mark has something for you to do. Be it upgrades, be it something to talk with, be it this little blue thing over here that gives us another recipe for crafting here in the waking world. This is a vibrant, reusable water bottle, because why not? Bruce has something to say, and when they have this exclamation mark, it means we can chit-chat. Chit-chatting it boosts our familiarity with them a little bit, and it gives us some insight about them. So Bruce stops Cassidy mid-story to scribble something in their notebook. Now we know that he likes anthropology. I think we actually might have a gift here. That was something. Yeah, his illustration of historic Redhaven. That could be something that he would like. It was indeed. And then the botanist had it out with the biologist then and there. In the university foyer. Such palaver? Never seen the like of it. Well, that's untrue. In '84, there was that incident with the anthropology professor and the sociology student. Did they sell tickets for that one too? Sadly not, or I'd have bought one. That was a clandestine affair, under the cover of murky cafeterial twilight. You make that side of academia sound like a blood sport, sir. I didn't realize people could get so aggressive about animals and plants. I thought that was reserved for conversations about ethics in marketing. Ah, I told you. Call me Bruce, Cassidy. There's no need for formalities. And your characterization is not inaccurate. Interdisciplinary communication, that's what's needed. But you tell the old guard that. And no. I can see your mouth opening, my girl. I am not the old guard. And, oh, the outrage. The indignity. How dare a mere historian tell others their business? Don't you know, Bruce, that each independent field holds the answers to all of the world's problems? And that comparing findings and asking questions rather than making assumptions, why, that just wastes time. Even my fellow departmental colleagues, Cassidy, even them. Really? I think historians would want to talk to people about their, you know, histories, interests. You would think that. But, Cassidy, you would often be wrong. Ritual purposes, bloody ritual purposes. Us and the anthropologists both. Ah, and I've talked your ear off. It was great to meet you, Bruce. I have certainly never sat down to think about the importance of trash before now, but it was very interesting. Genuinely. Always glad to meet a fellow garbage aficionado. You're welcome to come and chat anytime you like. Okay, so every time you level up, first of all, you get one of these. You increase their level, you get extra bonuses. This is the first I got with Bruce, so we got Bruce's wisdom. And every time you level them up, you get these small tidbits of history where you chat with them. I don't think you might not necessarily learn anything about them, but they're just a bit of story. Here we have the sketchbook. Let's see. We find, I don't even know what they are called up in the. Yeah, okay. Up in the upper right corner there are these, maybe they are memories. Maybe they're memories. We spent them here to unlock the ideas that we found in our run. What did we actually find? Ooh, I don't remember. We found this one maybe. Light speed. I feel electric. So let's go ahead and unlock that one. So that now that is something that we can find in our runs, future runs. And we can go ahead and toggle if we want them to spawn. So if there are items here or weapons that you absolutely hate and never want to see again, you just toggle the spawning off. It is very, very much up to you to design your own preferred playstyle. Let's see here what we have. We have an item or a recipe, ceramic pencil holder, very nice. It's worth noting that that if you want, you can always gift, but you can't always chit chat. They have to be in the mood for chit chat. Okay, there was nothing here. Silk Lounge. We have 2 people that want to chit chat. A recipe. We can daydream. Again, another resource here that we can use to unlock various different things in our permanent runs. Or permanently in our runs. Let's see here. Something that I want to. Yeah, we have these puzzle rooms that you saw. Every time we unlock a level, we can find that room in the next level or in the next floor that we play. So for now, for instance, we died in the Remembrance. So if I buy these 2, I would be able to find these 2 rooms in the Remembrance. Right now, I cannot. It's pure combat until the boss. I believe there is a shop at least on every floor, but the enchantment room that we found, for instance, that is not on the Remembrance. Neither is the Font of Lucid. And challenge rooms, they are only in the renewal at the moment, so there's all kinds of stuff that you can unlock here. Each rank starts with +1 bomb, +1 key, spawns +1 health and sand per floor, etc, etc, etc. All sorts of stuff. We're not going to go through these right now because you have seen it and it is getting on here. The last thing we can showcase here is we can meditate as well. Once again, more stuff for us to unlock for our runs. Plus dodge, invulnerability window, chance to finding higher quality gear, minus 1% to lucid attack cooldown, all sorts of stuff for you to upgrade. And I think that's gonna be it for what's it called, Dreamscaper here. Extremely fun game, extremely beautiful game. I like I like the fact that you can pretty much tailor the run exactly how you like it. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care.